No Jackson and James in training photos 2 days until Brighton away again. Great business, man. Great business, Bancho. Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Two pieces of news. One is in regards to Reece James. One is in regards to Nicholas Jackson. Both are pretty much the same sort of news because both are not being seen in the training ground. As you can see, he tweeted by PYS, no Jackson and James in training photos 2 days until Brighton away again. We've got Brighton again away, and they're nowhere to be seen in the training ground. And at this point, you have to say, if they're not seen by now, 2 days away from the game, yeah, you best believe they're probably not going to feature. And even if they do, at what capacity are they going to feature? What makes me wonder is, what's Maresca saying? Do you know what I mean? Like a few days ago, after the loss against Brighton in the FA Cup, Maresca said it's minor. Reece James, it's minor, and Nicholas Jackson will be back as well. I've got another little story in regards to Nicholas Jackson. More game on Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. Nicholas Jackson, time and silence. Ooh. Our players, honestly, our players show a lot more fight and desire and passion on Instagram as opposed to the field. It's ridiculous. This is the level of football club that we've turned out to be. These are the characters that we seem to have now, who are far more focused on their media world as opposed to doing the job on the field. But this is 2025, and we've got a bunch of kids that are doing what kids do best. Lots of shenanigans. But coming back to this point, we're going to get back to that Instagram. Reece James. Let's start with Reece James, and we talk about Nicholas Jackson. At this point, do we even have any right to be angry, annoyed, upset? Look, are we surprised? He's apparently picked up a knock before the Brighton game when we played them in the FA Cup. He picked up some sort of knock, and he's been unavailable until now. He's still not seen on the training field. I mean, what do we do? What do we actually do? I've said it previously. The last injury that he had, I said that, look, at the end of the day, none of this is Reece's fault. Of course, it's not Reece's fault. His body is in a manner at the moment which just seems to break down every other day. So it's not really his fault. It's the fault of the situation. But the problem here is Chelsea are suffering. Chelsea are suffering. We don't have our captain. Reece James is, when fully fit, is a meaningful player for us, and we don't seem to have that. And what about the leadership? He's meant to be the club captain. He's meant to be leading the troops. And when you don't have the leader up front leading the troops, well, the troops are just going to run around wild, right? So what do we do? What do we do? It's hurting our football club. Where do we go? No one's going to buy him. And as I said last time when he got injured for the umpteenth time, I said, look, maybe just cherish the moments, man. Just cherish the moments. Whatever minutes we get from Reece James, just cherish it. We are a club that is charitable towards him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he can be sold. Even if he is sold, he's probably going to go for peanuts, because who's going to buy him? Knowing the level of injury history that he has, and knowing that he pretty much breaks down every other day, who's going to buy him? So, look, is it a news that is meant to upset me? No. Is it a news that gets me annoyed every now and then? Of course it does, because the betterment of Chelsea Football Club is going down the drain. So yeah, that's in regards to Reece James. I already know what you guys all feel about him, so don't even bother commenting about the Reece James situation. Coming to Nicholas Jackson, our January window is starting to look more and more foul, more and more disgusting. We only needed to do one clear business. We got the defender from Crystal Palace, Chalobah, coming back. Not the levels, but still, okay, something. We don't want to splash out in the January window. We'll look at it in the summer. Chalobah's still going to be pure profit anyway. But we at least did something there. In midfield, all we wanted was just get back our player. You don't need to spend any more money, just get back our player. But we didn't do that. We ended up buying another 19-year-old, Matisse Omogo. And all we wanted was, guys, just get me one striker, a backup striker. even on a short-term purpose for the time being, if we can get a loan. If not, get someone permanently who can compete against Nicholas Jackson, perhaps down the track take his position. We didn't do that. And straight after that, Nicholas Jackson got injured. Straight after that, Mark Yu got injured. And now we're stuck with Nkunku. And we saw what Nkunku, the lack of, impact that he had against Brighton in the FA Cup. He might as well, as I said, just whilst he, ran into the field, should have just brought a bag of popcorn with him and should have just watched that match unfold in front of him, because he was a spectator and it was as if he was watching a movie. So now, once again, Nicholas Jackson looks like he's probably not available. And this Instagram story makes me think he's probably not. Time and silence. I don't know what the meaning of all of it is. Last time he said God's plan. Now he's saying time and silence. He's deep, man. He's deep. He's a philosopher, just like Noni Madueke. We've got a lot of philosophers, man. Jadon Sancho, freedom, Noni Madueke, philosopher. Nicholas Jackson is also a philosopher, and there's plenty more. Michaela Mudryk used to be the OG of this group, but obviously he's got his own issues and he's gone quiet on social media. It's a problem, man. It's a problem. No Nicholas Jackson again, potentially against Brighton in the Premier League this time. The thought of having Nkunku once again start for us in the striking position, oh my days. God forbid, man. God forbid. The lack of intensity, the lack of any type of impetus. People say, use Nkunku up front because Nicholas Jackson doesn't score. Well, when you do use Nkunku, you don't even get any opportunities up front because he is not putting the hard yards to get into a situation where he can score. The ball's not even going there. At least with Nicholas Jackson, he puts in the hard yard, he gets into good positions. Because of his hard yard, it creates opportunities, gets into good positions. The problem is it doesn't finish. And that's a big problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, look, what am I going to say, man? What am I going to say? Another tough match probably lined up against Brighton. And once again, potentially no striker. As I said, when you think that there's no training pictures of these players, you're probably thinking that they're not available. Coming to these Instagram stories and whatnot, I don't get it, man. I don't understand these players, honestly. Like, where's the mind, man? Where's your mindset? Are you not thinking about Chelsea? Are you like, why do you need to do this? Why do you need to? Is it just about growing your social media platform? Is that what it is? Are you not focused on the task on hand? When things are not going good, just keep yourself quiet, man. Just keep yourself quiet. So many times these players, man, just go out there and put on all these nonsense on social media and we are in the mud. And they're gaming themselves. This guy is going to go 10 matches. I think he's gone 9 matches without scoring, barring the Brighton one, in the FA Cup because he wasn't available. But before that, it was 9 matches without scoring. The next time he plays, it'll be 10 matches. He hasn't scored in 10, potentially, or 9 now as a fact. And these players go around prancing around on social media. A lot of people used to get upset with me, and now don't look at it in isolation. Look at it as a portfolio. Look at what these players are doing on a regular on social media. It's just utter nonsense. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything, especially the fact that there's no Reece James and there's no Nicholas Jackson still being seen on the training ground. Are you worried? Are you concerned? I am 100% against Brighton, again away, and then after that Aston Villa away. Yeah. Great business. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya.